Hello, Katie, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program to help you achieve your dreams, wishes, and goals, and founder of Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light, the boot camp and the book helping you to shed the shackles of the past, both this life and previous lives, so you can step forward and shine your light brightly in this world, achieving your dreams, wishes and goals as you go. So how are you? How has your week been? I hope you've had the most amazing and magical week. Oh my goodness, I wanted to say thank you so much. Last week I was a little vulnerable and told you what's been going on with my house move and how many lessons I've learned with two house chains falling through, one up, one down in the property market in the UK, and I've received so many beautiful messages and beautiful emails and so much love around that, and so many good thoughts and so many positive messages. And so if you were one of those people, or even if you just thought, oh goodness, as you were watching it and you sent me a bit of good luck, thank you. I appreciate you beyond words. It worked. Hurrah! I have now had an offer accepted on a new house, so I now have new buyers and a new house to move to. Hurrah! One step forward. It's been, I tell you, this whole process has really taught me why I do what I do, reminded me why I do what I do. I weave in so many magical and meditation and so much into my day of setting intentions, opening up to the right thing to happen, setting abundance, just stepping into the river of abundance, which we talk about on the Manifest Your Perfect Year workshop, and so much magic I weave into my day as around what I do. So what I try to teach when clients come on board is how to easily do things, instead of it being, oh, you must meditate for an hour a day. I'm sorry, who has time for that? If you do, happy days. I try and share tips and techniques to weave things in through your day. So I might stand by the kettle while it's boiling, and instead of rushing around, I'll force myself to stop and take some deep breaths as the kettle is boiling and do some meditation work then, so that it's not an addition, it's a weaving in. Anyway, so I have been doing that so much. And there were a few weeks where I was busy going up and down the M4 looking at houses where I forgot to do that, and I really started to struggle and go on a bit of a like, where am I going to live, and oh my goodness, this is all just too much moment. And it was only when I stopped and I caught myself and I started to reweave in those tools and techniques that I share, did I start to feel me again, and did I start to open up to the abundance of, well, where am I supposed to live and what am I supposed to be doing? Because this is you. And there's so many things. I went into meditation. Those who are on Shine Your Light Goddess, the bootcamp, will know that we work with some beautiful goddesses of spirit to receive messages from the feminine divine perspectives to support us from the feminine. There's so much male stuff going on. Let's tune into the feminine energy as well as the male and have the balance between the male and the female, rather than just all going one direction. But anyway, I tuned into the goddesses of spirit, the divine goddesses of spirit that I work with on a regular basis, and I asked them to show me the house I was supposed to go. Please let me see where I'm supposed to go, because I'm getting a bit like, yeah. And I was shown a floor plan in spirit of something that I wouldn't have looked at. And I literally was shown a floor plan of a house that I should look at. And then I went back onto Rightmove and changed my search criteria based on the floor plan I was shown. And up popped one that I had not looked at, that I had totally discarded on paper. And I went to go and view it, and I loved it, and I put an offer on, and it was accepted. Hurrah! So just sharing that with you to say, if things haven't been going to plan, And if you're feeling out of sorts, then that's the time where you have to remember to go back into meditation, to go back into your mindfulness practices, to go back into connecting with whoever you work with, and whether it be the angels, the archangels, I do all of that, the fairies, I do that too. In fact, I share all of that with my clients, the goddesses, whatever works for you and whatever resonates with you. I try and teach all of it so that people can work out what works best for them. Because it's not one size fits all, it never will be, and ask for guidance and see what flows, because of that meditation and because I was shown that floor plan in spirit, I went on, changed my search criteria and found the home that I've now had an offer accepted on, hurrah, that I'm moving to, third time lucky. So yeah, it was quite beautiful. And what was interesting is the other thing that I've been saying, and I'm weaving these stories in because I hope they help you if you've been having a tough time as well. What was really interesting, I was so upset, the first house chain fall through was when the lady I was supposed to be buying from had a beautiful, it was only a 1-bedroom bungalow, so I'd have had to have extended, but it was in a beautiful village. It was surrounded by fields. It was just stunning. I'd have had to pay a fortune for extending, live through building work, and yet the location kind of made it worth it in my head. And I was driving back from viewing this house on Monday through torrential rain and fog, and I drove past the road to the village that I was supposed to be buying, and in the rain, the fog, up on a hill in the middle of nowhere with no phone service, no shops. It was beautiful to go and visit in the summer, and absolutely in the summer it would be amazing. And it just made me realise how really isolated it would be in the winter, because I was just like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. It was a different kettle of fish driving through rain and fog, and I was thinking, gosh, if I'd have had to turn off there, and if something had happened, and if I'd gone through a flood, or something had happened, I wouldn't be able to ring for help. I would have been stuck. And so that was why. And a bit further around the corner, I'm telling you stories today, a bit further around the corner, I went off to the second village because someone was tailgating me in the rain, and I was just like, we're talking floods here. It was, I drove through a couple of floods where you could easily have aquaplaned, so I just turned off when it happened to be the village where the second place I was supposed to be buying in, which was dream location, dream everything. I'd ignored so many things on the survey that were quite major because it was dream location. I was going ahead. And again, with that one, you couldn't park in front of the property, and I was like, oh, it'll be fine, it's dream location stuff. You had to park on a road and then walk across a green and then down a footpath, and then you had to go around a couple of gates, and then you finally got there. And I thought it would be horrible in this weather if I was, I had to take my cats to the vet for their checkup this week, and I was thinking, if I'd have had to get from there to the car park in the rain with cats in carriers, it would have been awful, let alone trying to move in. Plus there were some major things wrong with the survey that I'd swept under the carpet. And so yeah, even when things seem to be going wrong, sometimes they can be going right. And I knew there was going to be a reason as I was going through it. It was really hard to tune into that. But it's a reminder that sometimes when things seem to be going wrong, actually they're going right. So I'm hoping that I'm sharing that message with you. Turning into a bit of a long one. You're getting my story today. We'll get back, excuse me, to the subject in hand, which is your weekly message of love. I'm hoping I'm filling you with love and beautiful thoughts while I'm telling you my house moving story. I think it can resonate across a lot of people's years from what's been going on. So as always, I pulled out a card for you for watching this video, and I was drawn to work with healing with the angels, and this week we have abundance. I'm going to have to do this again. I'm going to be doing variofocals next, you never know. Abundance card meaning a new flow of support is coming to you right now. Ask the angels to help you release fears about scarcity so that you can enjoy this increased abundance. What was I talking about? The river of abundance, which we work with on the Manifest Your Perfect Year retreat. Your messenger angels announce the arrival of an inflow of abundance coming your way. The source of all abundance is the divine. Excuse me. I'm still a bit coughy from that horrible bug I had a few weeks ago. Ah, dear me. And you at some level had faith that the divine would supply your needs. Your faith, even if it was small, triggered the abundance that is manifesting for you right now. Keep your faith, as it will ensure a steady flow of support, materially, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, and intellectually. A wonderful affirmation to help you stay in the stream of a steady flow of abundance is: I accept good graciously into my life. All of my needs are met abundantly for me now and always. Abundance. How perfect is that? A new flow of support is coming your way right now. Ask the angels to help you release fears about scarcity so that you can enjoy this increased abundance. And that was definitely something that I realized that I had been doing when I'd forgotten to kind of tune into things, and that was that I was thinking, gosh, what if I'm never going to find something? And actually, when I switched my messaging and I remembered what I teach, sometimes you know, everybody goes through it, everybody has times, every coach has a coach, because sometimes you just need that reminder to stay on course. And it was only when I switched my messaging in my mind to, I'm so looking forward to receiving the new home. I'm so looking forward to finding it, and I'm so looking forward to stepping into that space. Did I actually, then things started to change. So it's just remembering to release the scarcity and into the open, beautiful abundance. The Manifest Your Perfect Year workshop, we're doing it free again because so many people have had a shit year. It's been challenging for a lot of people, so I'm running it's free again. We've got 5 beautiful days in January. I will try and get the link to register lined up and posted somewhere below this video, or on my website by the end of today. And yeah, you can register and you can come and step into the 5 days of Manifest Your Perfect Year workshop, and we'll do some beautiful times together. It's always beautiful, it's always incredible, it's always just magical, so you're so invited. It's going to be beautiful. So anyways, from my deck of cards, love yourself. Another beautiful message. Love yourself as you love others. Give yourself the compassion that you give others. Give yourself the breathing space that you give others. Practice self-care daily. Give yourself the love you give others. You truly deserve it. I think we can all resonate with that along the way. On the variofocal front, because has anybody got any variofocals? How do you get on with them? Love to know. Please share, because I do have to keep taking my glasses off to look down, and I do wonder whether I need to admit I'm at the age of variofocals. Love to hear. Please share. Anyway, so announcement wise, free Manifest Your Perfect Year workshop next year. Your stocking offer is if you buy a copy of my pocketbook of oracle cards or my oracle card deck, you can gift 6 months free access to the meditations that go alongside each card. There's a beautiful extra gift. You can even print off a certificate thingy jobby, not certificate, but you know what I mean. I got organised there. We have got I've opened up the super bundle early of the magical courses to step into next year, which is where essentially you get your Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light the boot camp, you get the 8 weeks of mindfulness course, you get the Spiritual Foundations 101 course, You get access to the Avery and Passon retreat at the end of November. I think that's, but you get all of that for the price of just the Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light, the bootcamp cost, and that super bundle is available until the end of January. But if you step in now, you can start doing the work. And in January, from the very first week in January, we will be meditating with a goddess for January to help us start the year well. And then February, we're meditating with Aphrodite, the goddess of love. March, we're meditating with the goddess of fertilizing dreams, wishes and goals, and planting our seeds, and so on and so forth, so that we get spiritual guidance and divine guidance from a different goddess every single month. We'll also work with angels, we'll also work with archangels, we'll also work with your spirit guides, and it's just going to be a magical year. So if that's resonating, come and step in. You can sign up anywhere, anytime between now and the 31st of January for that. But if you sign up, the sooner you can start the modules, and then you can nestle in on the beginning of January when we do our first meditation together. Hurrah. Right, okay, I'm going to sign off. Didn't mean it to be a 16-minute video. I hope you've enjoyed this. Sending you a huge hug of love. Any questions, any thoughts, please message me. It's so lovely to hear you, and as you can see now, I found somewhere. I'm feeling more me again. Mwah! Big love. Have the most magical week. Lots of love. Take care.